Hi guys, just checking in quick. Today wasn't too eventful compared to a couple days this past week. Like yesterday, it was mostly pretty chill day. Probably the biggest thing that happened was I finally finished the third draft of my current script, so that's moving along pretty well. I showed it to a friend and he really dug it. He said it reminded him a lot of comics. Specifically, he brought up Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. Tomorrow is gonna be pretty dang busy. Gotta meet with my roommates, my landlord. I'm gonna be packing some stuff up. I've got date I mentioned before tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. It looks like it's gonna be a hiking date, so that should be pretty fun. Along those same lines, since I've been back with my parents, I've been working pretty I wouldn't say too hard. I'm getting back into the swing of things of doing more cardio since they've got a treadmill, and that's been a hell of a lot of fun. So I've been doing pretty good on that front. Otherwise, kinda just hanging out, doing some reading, kind of preparing for the work week a bit. Uh, my boss told me I should get at least a couple of days of work in this week, aside from the weekly training meeting that I have with my team leader. So I'm optimistic about the paycheck I should be getting, which is bi weekly, and that's fine. Will help me save more money for my rent if I can't really get out of the lease. Uh, and hanging with my parents for a minute will let me save some money on other expenses to a certain extent. The long term goal, obviously, is well, I mean, for now, the bigger goal is obviously Atlanta. That's where I've got my eye. Um, but that aside, I'm also thinking about my next feature film projects. I feel like it would be pretty cool to maybe do a found footage movie using this spiffy phone camera now that I have it. Let's see. Also, I believe I mentioned I wanted to do a film a bit like La Jetée. Um, basically a story told using pictures, and I think I could justify the framing device if I kind of center the movie around the nature of an image. To a certain extent, I kind of believe that as soon as the camera captures an image, um, there's basically a frame of sorts to it, at least somewhat. Lie is too harsh a word, but you could say that too. Like even in the case of absolute film, for example, which is literally just pointing a camera at something and getting footage of it completely unedited. Well, somebody still had to point and angle the camera, right? And that's invariably going to add context to the image. So, I think I could do something along those lines. More excited for tomorrow compared to today, though today was chill. Let's see. After I stream with a friend, after I finish this vlog, I'm probably going to start loading empty boxes into my car. Uh, so I guess that'll give me my workout tomorrow if I don't manage to squeeze some cardio in the morning. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say for tonight. Feel free to like and subscribe, hit me up on social media, and have a good night, y'all.